If you're looking for something to accommodate grown children or just other adult guests, then this bath and a half fifth wheel is perfect. The back of the fifth wheel has a lofted bed with Olympic queen underneath and a half bath. This is really the heart of what makes this floor plan, and that's because you have the Olympic queen size bed right down here, which is great. Again, if you have adult guests or just older kids, something like that, you can accommodate them here. Plus, you have the lofted bunk up top. And this is, I believe, is a 54 by 74 inch up here, 300-pound weight capacity. So again, I really like this because if you have the kids and grandkids visiting, you can accommodate everyone back in this bunk room. You also have a large mirrored wardrobe here with some great storage, a couple of drawers underneath, and a shelf for cell phones right over to the side. This ladder is pretty cool too. To tuck this away, you just kind of undo the latch. It folds up against the wall, and then you can latch it right here for travel. It also is great during the daytimes. It gives you easy access to that wardrobe, and then at nighttime, you can simply drop it down and lock it right back into place. The other thing that really makes this great is going to be the half bath. So if you have any guests, they can just use the bathroom at night, come right back in, go to bed. Just kind of makes this a much more usable space. You will also see there is TV hookup back here. So whether you're on the top bunk or bottom bunk, you have great visibility to it. Underneath the queen bed, you also have 4 full extension drawers for additional storage. The living and kitchen area feature theater seats directly across from an entertainment center, large kitchen island, residential-like appliances, big pantry, and a pivoting table. Just like in any RV, the best seating is going to be theater seating. And this is not only comfortable, but it's directly across the entertainment center, which is right where you want it. Now, I guess the only downside here is in the main living area, you don't have a lot of comfortable seating, right? There is no sofa. So as far as guests having a lot of places to sit, there's not a ton. You'll probably sit outside. But that's why, again, I really like this one if you have like grandkids. Because, you get the comfortable seats, they can sit at the table, and they should be outside playing. Not only that, though, the other thing I like about this is it's actually cloth. So many manufacturers have gone to like the synthetic leathers. And while, yes, they're easier to keep clean, I think it's hard to replace just nice cloth furniture. And this I definitely enjoy. You also see that the center console is pretty big, so you can store more in there than usual. These are going to be wall huggers. They will both recline. And as I mentioned, right across from the 50-inch TV, fireplace down underneath, and you have the Bluetooth multimedia center right here. Some additional storage up top there as well. But as we move over, we get into the kitchen. Now this one is a little bit different. I think they just try to do something to break the wall up here. It's just going to be like a tinted piece of glass. They tried to kind of promote this as a liquid chalkboard. So if you have like liquid chalk, but it's a tinted piece of glass essentially. You'll see that kind of throughout. But if that is something you're into, if you're really artistic, that could be something that could be, just kind of a fun little design choice, I guess. Then as we get into the rest of the kitchen, you'll see this is solid surface countertops. I really do like that. They have what they call the all-in-one sink. We're starting to see a lot more manufacturers use this exact sink. If you haven't seen it before, you have a vegetable rinser here. It also has a glass rinser to the side, soap dispenser, and then you have all the essentially not utilities, but just little extras that come with it, right? You get the cutting board, you have kind of like the second basin right here, you get the tray for washing vegetables, high-rise pull-out faucet. So again, all in one. Just bear in mind, if you're not using everything you do, probably have to find a place to store it. But most people would just take one out, be able to use one side, leave everything else there. In all honesty, I really do enjoy the sink, especially the glass rinser portion. There also is a trash can underneath. Big space for it, bigger trash can than you normally get in a lot of RVs as well. Really, really glad that they thought that through. Some additional storage over to the side with a shelf, and then of course you have a bank of full extension drawers. Now, across on the other side, this is where you kind of start getting into the residential-like, I say, kitchen appliances. Because are they true residential? No. But this is GE Profile, which is actually the same name brand that I have in my house. You can see that it has a 4-burner cooktop instead of 3, and a much bigger oven than you normally get in a lot of RVs. So again, a little bit more residential-like because you can actually use it to bake things like a, Thanksgiving turkey or whatever else you need. More storage over to the side here as well as up top, microwave there. And then we get into the Everchill refrigerator, 16 cubic foot. It is going to be 12 volt compressor driven. Nice thing about that is it cools down nice and quickly, runs off the batteries. You will also see a large pantry. Again, they're saying liquid chalkboard, tinted glass. But right behind that, you get this big pantry here. Those are all adjustable shelves. So that is a big win, because you can kind of, again, customize it to your specific needs. And then right over here is going to be like your little coffee bar area or hutch, storage down below, as well as additional storage up top. I do want to note, just I didn't point it out earlier, there is a pop-up power tower here in the kitchen island as well. So if you need to plug any appliances in or anything like that, you have the capability to do so. Then coming kind of back into where we started into the slide, I do want to mention that it's 6 foot tall. I can sneak underneath the slide, so you do have pretty good slide height in here. Pretty big windows too all the way around. Like most manufacturers for the last few years, in lieu of storage across the top of the slides, they have gone with bigger windows. You will see the pivoting table right down below. Now this does have a leaf that pulls out, so if you have 4 people that sit here, there are 2 folding chairs that tuck underneath the bed, so you can accommodate those people. But kind of the idea here, there's a little lock you pull out, and that allows you to pull the table out like so. You can swivel it and then push it back in. Now, while yes, if you just want more walking space, you can do this and still have 2 people sit here. But the idea is that, oh, is that locked in? I still have that one locked in. That one too. The idea is that you take the chair, you swivel it around right over here, and you have a desk, right? So, for anyone that has the capability to work on the road, you kind of have a nice little workstation here. The bathroom features a porcelain bowl, linen closet, large shower with skylight, beautiful vanity, and a backlit medicine cabinet. And as we step in the bathroom, a few things of note. The first one is going to be the fact that it has a pocket door. And this is great because that way you're not playing the game. As a door opens up one way or the other, you kind of have to do the dance coming up the stairs. If you've ever been in a fifth wheel and experienced that, you know exactly what I'm referring to. Now, over to the side is your porcelain bowl. Of course, foot flush lever toilet. Something I really do like, though, is the fact it has a slow close. Just know that if you get used to that, anytime you go to any friend's RVs and go to shut the toilet seat, you're going to slam it. I can tell you this from experience. You'll also see right over here is your toilet paper holder. That's a perfect spot for it. I love that it's already installed. Again, sometimes for me, it's those minor things that they think through. You will also see linen closet here to the side, which is fantastic. Something that's very unique that I really do like, that they have a speaker in the bathroom. I'm a big fan of listening to music when I get ready or taking a shower. And personally, I think that's just, again, one of those small little adds that I enjoy. As for the shower, again, at 6 foot tall, man, I have so much head height in here thanks to this big skylight. The hand wand here over to the side, then you kind of have this decorative surround all the way around. And again, plenty of room here. I can turn sideways. Glass shower door on here as well. And as we step back out, you'll see the mirrored medicine cabinet. It is backlit, which again, I think that's just a little bit better lighting than a lot of times you normally get. Underneath, I do like this top. It is a thermal-formed countertop. It's not solid surface, but I like the looks of it. It also allows us still to undermount the bowl. And then you can see some additional storage space right down underneath, including this little guy right here, which again, a lot of times you don't see. And I think that was just a nice little addition to the storage. The bedroom features a king-size bed, large wardrobe, and second AC. So in the bedroom, you have a king-size bed in a slide-out, and this is a true 72 by 80-inch residential king-size bed. So if you want to swap it out, you can, but I'm telling you, it's actually pretty darn comfortable, especially for an RV mattress. Obviously, it's going to be very subjective to whether you like it a little bit softer, a little more firm, but I think as far as RV mattresses go, this one's honestly pretty solid. You'll see some shelves here on the side, as well as big windows. Those do open for cross ventilation. Something else that I like, you'll see that you have some of your controls located right up here. So some of your lights you can actually control from the bed, which again can be kind of nice if you want to wake up and just turn the light on, or vice versa, turn it off right before you go to bed. Then you have the wardrobe up front, and a couple great things about this, kind of like you would expect in a fifth wheel of this caliber. Not only do you have great hanging storage, shelving, including shoe storage there, but on both sides is going to be, well, you'll have washer prep on this side, dryer prep on the other, so that way you can have a split unit. You don't have to have just a combo unit, which is wonderful. And then right here at the foot of the bed is going to be your dresser. So you have some additional storage there in addition to the wardrobe, spot for a TV right here, and you have a second AC. Great system. They use the Helix system. It's like a basically a whisper quiet, nice and quiet here. Does a great job of keeping this coach nice and cool. Let's take a look at some of the outside features on the 2025 Jayco Eagle 360 DBK. Starting off right up front, you have the gorgeous front cap with LED lights there, kingpin down underneath. And as we drop down a little bit further underneath that, you can see all the additional storage right here. Everything is nice and clean. And over to the side, you have a spot for 2 separate batteries. You will also see your auto level system right out here. It's just touch of a button that makes everything nice and easy. And then you have one of your 2 30-pound propane tanks here. The other one, of course, being on the other side. Something else I do want to point out, a couple things that are a little more unique. One, you have an electrical outlet right out here. So if you need to plug anything in, it's a pretty just, I don't know, interesting spot to have it, a little bit different, right? And more importantly than that is the fact that you have side camera prep. So if you want that additional visibility, it is super simple to hook that up. Outside speakers, not only do we have speakers in the main living area, bathroom, and bedroom, but we have some out here too. The baggage door is nice and heavy duty, has actual metal components for latches, slams shut just like it should. You can also see magnetic catch on there. And if we take a look inside, there's a couple great things here. One, you don't have any plumbing running through. Again, everything is nice and clean. Over to this side, this is for our J-port system. So we actually have a griddle inside that can actually sit right on top of that, plus a sink that you can drop in. And then right next to that, that is going to be one of the best filtering systems you will find out there coming from a factory. So the Nuvo there has not only does it have a sediment filter, but you're also going to have something that helps remove iron, other heavy minerals, and it has a softening agent in there too. So it's kind of that all-in-one water system for the Jayco, which I think is pretty fantastic. Outside water hookups here again, you have your multimedia center hooked up right there too, so you can get all that going. Then you will see 30 amp solar charge controller is going to be located there for your 200 watt panel up top. The main entry door is nice and wide, so it's a little bit easier to get into. You can see the More Ride solid step here that has the aluminum tread, so that way it's not going to rust. A little bit of grip on there too. Folds up. You also get the More Ride safety rail here. You know, again, nothing groundbreaking, but definitely some nicer components. This one does have the climate shield so that it's good for, you know, a little bit later camping, right, into that cold season. Another thing I do want to mention underneath this, I forgot to mention underneath the steps, there is a light there too, which is pretty darn handy. Something that's pretty unique, in my opinion, not unique, but something we don't see very often on fifth wheels is this one does have the Dexter Tow Assist, which has a couple great things with it. So that is going to be your ABS braking system, which also has built-in sway control. It can use those brakes to kind of help with some of that sway. And on top of that, it has an odometer. That's something that we normally, again, just don't see, but that Dexter system has that built in so that it kind of counts the tire revolutions so that when you go to sell it, you can actually prove how many miles are on it, which I think is pretty neat. Another thing I really love is the Goodyear Endurance tires. So nice name brand tires, aluminum rims. The tires you can see are 235, 85, R16s. Those are going to be E-range tires on there. But I know that having that Goodyear Endurance name means a lot to a lot of people. You also see double awnings on here with LED lights, so you have great camping space thanks to that. And kind of as we saw with that J-port system in the back is going to be the outside kitchen. So you have the fridge right here, the J-port that slides into right here so you can have the sink and the griddle. Water connection will be located right there. A couple of things as we come around to the back that I like to point out as well. This one does have the towing package, 3,000 pound rated hitch with your flat four. Bear in mind, folks, whenever you're looking to tow something behind a fifth wheel, you always have to follow state law. Not all states allow it, and most of them that do have length restrictions, so make sure that you are abiding by your state laws. Taking a look inside, again, really maximizing that storage. If they didn't put this here, I'd be very upset, so I'm glad that they did underneath that queen bed. The Olympic Queen, we saw the storage in front. This is going to be the storage behind. Ladder that actually comes with the RV, and I know this is something that 3 years ago would have been super standard, but where so many manufacturers are going to this ladder prep, I really appreciate manufacturers that still give you a ladder, so that way it's always there and you can just climb right up onto the fully walkable roof. Backup camera will be located right up there as well. Then as we come up a little ways, a couple other things I want to point out. One of them is going to be a black tank flush. Again, something you would expect, but just want to point out that, of course, this one does have it. And something else that I didn't talk about inside but meant to is the fact that this one also has a tankless water heater for near limitless hot water. And right here on the utility side is going to be all of our utility hookups. You can see this one uses the Nautilus system, which is great. Does make it nice and easy for winterization. But something else I really want to point out is this right here, just to show you that your valves here, your dump valves, are going to be insulated. Again, we talk about that climate protection and making sure that you're able to camp in the colder climates. This right here is going to be a big part of that. With a bath and a half floor plan, a rear bedroom like that, and great features like the water filter, it's easy to see why the Eagle's so popular. Now, if you're interested and you want to know where you can find one and for how much, simply click on the link in the description. Thanks again for watching. I'm Ian Baker. Until next time, we'll see ya.